Hey guys, I don't know what's going on here. Trying to figure this out. Let me see if my Chromebook wouldn't let me, so I'm on my phone, which I've never started one from my phone before. So just a second. I gotta try to get this off my. I'm trying to get my icon on here. I've never done it from my phone before. Hey QP. Shoot, I don't know how to do this on my phone. I've never done it on my phone before. Well, it's got cool settings though. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to. You see my hand too? Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I'm trying just to get it to my icon, and I had to start it with my phone, and I've just never done it before, and this is irritating me. Yeah, it's just like an app on my phone. I guess I could do bubbles too. But see, I'm trying to get it to my icon. Oh, it's aggravating. I have no clue how to do this. This app for putting it in different stuff is kind of cool though. I don't know. This is crazy. Hmm. I don't know how to do this. I guess I'm just gonna have to set it on the table and I don't know. Let's see. Sorry guys. I don't know. I'm just gonna put it up there like that. And wait, let's see. Yeah, put it like that. All right. Well, anyway, it's Saturday morning. Probably most people are sleeping in on a Saturday morning, anyways. Um, except for it's night for you. So what is it? Noon, Manchester. Is it 8 o'clock? 8:13 for you, Key? This might be a short one, just because there's nobody in here and because I'm having problems with it. But I'm gonna put the bubbles back on. I think that strobing light is kind of. You're lonely here. I know it's a pain when there's nobody in the chat. What in the world? I still can't figure this out. Okay, try the bubbles. Ooh, I didn't really have anything too interesting to share this morning. I had a bunch of stuff and ideas, but sometimes if I wake up too late, I can't remember them until about halfway in. Oh goodness. I'm wondering. I'll have to figure out how to do that though with My phone just set it to my icon. I have no idea. But I couldn't get my app to work. Hmm. Well, do you have anything you want to talk about, QP? Is there anything interesting that happened yesterday? Other than the drama that I don't really like talking about? Oh, do I? Is that any better? Oh, really? I don't know if this sounds any better now. I don't know. This is okay. Well, I'm holding it like right up to my mouth for now. But if nobody else comes in, I might just get off here since I'm having troubles anyway. What happened at Robert Woods? Everybody can always at least rely on you. Hi, Korrie. I might cut this short today because since there's not that many people and I'm having kind of troubles, I couldn't get on my regular way, so I had to do it on my phone, and I'm not sure how to work it. That's the ceiling. Oh, something to do with Martha. Oh, LRO. Oh yeah, I'm fine. I just well, except for a headache. It's just that I'm can't figure out how to work this thing, and it wouldn't work on my Chromebook for some reason. That's why I'm a little late. But there's just not that many in. It's Saturday morning. I'm having technical difficulties. Blah 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 blah. I'm gonna get a drink of my iced coffee though. Oh goodness, I hope everybody else is doing okay. Hey Korrie, what happened yesterday? I hope the cops didn't come by your house or anything. Did you find out if it was somebody run over or shot or anything like that? Hey Claire. A southern accent. Well, I lived in the South for shoot 20 years. So like sometimes I'll have a southern twang depending on, you know. I mean just a slight one. But everybody always asked why my kids didn't have a southern accent, and I said, well, it's because they were mostly around me. Hmm. Oh, well. Oh, goodness. So, trying to think. I had a couple things I wanted to talk about, but I'm drawing a blank just because I had troubles this morning and I'm discombobulated. I like saying that word. Okay. You don't know if the cops got them. Saw a group of them walking back down the street afterwards. Rang the cops again. Huh. That was crazy. But you didn't know if it was like a shooting or somebody got run over? Man, that sounded wild yesterday. They're useless. You think they were shot? There's blood? Oh my gosh. That's nuts. Oh gosh, that's kind of scary. I thought you couldn't use guns in Australia. Am I wrong? All they had to do was turn left. Hey, Robert Wood. How you doing? Bubbles. Yeah, I couldn't figure out how to do it my regular way, so I had to do it from my phone, and I've never done a live stream from my phone before, so you're looking at my ceiling and bubbles. Oh man. You can't only at a shooting range, but people still get their hands on them. Criminals, yeah. Well, that's what I thought because I was like, man, they got shot. That's got to be surprising, since they're not legal. Let's see. Someone got shot last year on your doorstep when he tried to get in my house. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's cool that you can still go hunting. I mean, unless you're, someone who doesn't like hunting. I don't mind it if they use it for food. I just don't like it if they, if they're not going to use it for food for something. I don't like it. Um, but I used to live in Louisville, Kentucky, and kind of in a bad part of town, right by the school, because um, my ex-husband was going to law school. But anyways, um, my neighbor across the street, all of a sudden, um, well, she told me the next day. Obviously, I didn't know it at the time, but she heard this really rap, 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 knocking at her door, and her husband opened it or didn't open it, but he like kind of said through the window or something, "What's wrong?" Because it's the middle of the night, and and um, anyway, there's a naked bleeding man on their porch, and he's like, "I need help. Can you call the police?" And or he wanted to come in, and they said, "Well, we can't let you in, but we'll definitely call the police, and we'll throw you out a towel to put around yourself." Well, come to find out, like, he was having an affair with a lady down the street, and the husband came home, and they shot him. So it's kind of crazy story. So you think someone did get run over too? The guy who was yelling was trying to open the person's door, and they drove off and ran over the person who was standing in front of the car. Oh my gosh. I know that would be scary, you know, a naked bleeding man. I mean, they called the cops and everything, but they weren't going to let him in. Of course, I mean, he didn't have anything on him. Ha ha ha. So kind of crazy. Yeah, Claire's story reminded me of that. That happened. Oh gosh, when did that have had to have happened? See, my youngest was about 1 or 2, so probably 97 or something like that. So, shoot, that happened 20 years ago. 21 years ago. But yeah. So, Korrie and QP, have you ever been at it, or Claire, have you ever been like, hi Robert, have you guys ever, well, Robert, I know you've probably been out of the country because I know you're military, but have you guys been like, have you traveled at all? Have you been out of your countries at all? I'm just curious. I like to hear about people's travels. Oh, I know one thing I wanted to discuss, you guys. I don't know how to put it on my screen. Um, but I was listening to a live stream last night, one of Brian McFarlane's, and Lone Eagle was on there. And he, um, if you look at the a map, okay, or a globe, if you have a globe or something, if you look at the map of Africa and you turn it on its side, it looks like a huge Australia, with like Madagascar being like kind of where, in my memory, New Zealand used to be. I mean, it's cool. You turn Africa 90 degrees and it looks like Australia. I cannot believe it. I mean, he has a lot to say. Man, he's one cool dude, you know. He's just so awesome. And then he's going to be doing this new series on the electric universe, and I need to do some research on that. That sounds really interesting. You're scared of flying? Oh, well, but you might go on a cruise. But anyway, yeah, he. I just couldn't believe it when he turned around. You know how he always has Google Earth on. He turned it 90 degrees, and there, Africa looked just like Australia or pretty close to it. QP has been to Guam, Micronesian Islands, Hawaii, and California. Oh, cool. And where did you go in Hawaii and California? Did you do it, Robert? Yeah, it's cool. And then Madagascar looks like kind of where, like to me, New Zealand used to be northeast of Australia. Like some people say northwest, Where was everybody's, or, if your memory was always southeast, whatever, but to me it was always northeast. Where was it in your guys' memory? Guam. Robert. It was northeast for you too, Korrie? Yeah. So, yeah, if you turn the map, I mean, it is funky. I mean, I just couldn't believe it. He has such great insight to everything, a lot of the geography. Now, I don't agree with some of the geography stuff he says, but, I think we do come from different stuff. So, but I mean, he was spot on with that, and I do agree that, New Zealand used to be northeast for me. But I've been to Hawaii. I only got to go to Oahu, in Honolulu area, but I loved it, and I stayed there for 2 weeks, and I had built up some frequent flyer miles, so I flew for free. So it was and I've been to the two hardest states to get to, Alaska and Hawaii, but I haven't been to like the extreme northeast or the extreme northwest. I've been everywhere in the south, though, in the middle of the country. In California, I stayed there one summer in San Diego area, and man, that was great. I loved that. Did you check it out, Korrie? That is so freaky, isn't it? If I was on my Chromebook, I was gonna, turn it around and show it, but I don't know how to do anything on this phone. I've never done it before on my phone. Hi, Evie. Good morning. Yeah, everything's changed. I mean, everything seems jammed up to the north, I don't know. Canada was always bigger than what it is now, and now Hudson Bay looks like a massive ocean practically. I don't know. Yeah, we're definitely not in Kansas anymore. Yeah, EVM had trouble this morning because I couldn't get my regular computer to put it on. That's why I was a little late. So I don't know how to work this thing. The tundra melted. Yep. Well, and even Lone Eagle said there was never that much water within Canada, at all. So Michigan looks weird to me now, or no, not Michigan, Minnesota. I meant to say. I'll have to look at the other states. So far, the states that look totally off to me are Texas, Alaska, and Michigan. But I'll have to look more closely at the other states as well. Well, California looks a little bit off too. It didn't have quite as much of a bend in it for me. Right. Because it's frozen and now it's melted. Yep. Yeah. But yeah, and he's always, what I like about Lone Eagle too, he's always so chill. He never has any drama surrounding his stuff, He just tries to get along with everybody and is a real cool cat. I love using the eagle icon whenever he comes into a live chat too. Live chats one time because he's got a neighborhood that popped up in Ottawa just out of nowhere, and he does deliveries like all over there, and he says he never gets called to that neighborhood. And I said, well, have you ever physically touched a building in that neighborhood? Because maybe it's just a projection and not real. And so he said he's going to do it. I don't know if he has yet. I'm so curious. Man, that's freaky about the lightning. That was a great show that Scott had on, with the lightning going sideways and everything like that. My goodness. See, now I'm one that doesn't remember the lightning coming from. Not only did I not ever even hear of it at all going, from cloud to cloud, I've never even heard of it going from the ground up before. To me, it was always just from the sky down to the ground. That was all it ever was in my old reality anyway. Yeah, I'm not a fan either, Robert. Not at all, obviously. Or maybe not oh, well, a spoon, I guess, would be more prolonged than a fork or knife, huh? Yeah, if you look at the history of it, I don't know. All that stuff's just so weird. I mean, I think I think it is the Illuminati bloodlines, and, I used to not think that much about it, or, I was intrigued by the idea of it, but didn't really believe it or anything like that. But now, if you look at it, it's pretty clear oh, shoot. You can't hear me? Can you hear me, guys? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, good. Um, you know what they made me do just now? They made me sign into my own YouTube during a live stream. See, that happened to Patrick yesterday too. Or maybe it was the day before. Totally stupid. So I think that's why maybe you couldn't hear me for maybe a second. I have not seen Eva's It's on Penises, right? I haven't seen it yet. I'm probably gonna do this um after this broadcast. Hi Transcend 1111. Nice to have you here. Hi M Hobbs. You want to teach Loney how to take scalps? Yeah, I see 1111s all the time, Transcend. Yep, all the time. The whole repeating numbers are weird to me because to me, there's only really, you guys tell me if there's more possibilities than this. When you see repeating numbers all the time, to me, that proves either one, it's a simulation, computer code or whatever, or number two, it's a supernatural, like whispering in my ear, for me to look at something right at that specific time where it shows. Like you remember, I don't know if you guys saw my 11 up, 1 down video, but I've also seen 11 11s just everywhere. Oh, I'm glad to hear that, Transcend, because Dallas was never where it is now. Robert Wood, did you get a chance to look at my video on that, or have you looked at a map of Texas and seen where Dallas was? It was always in the kind of in the middle north part of the state, a little bit to the east. Now it's like clear practically all up into Oklahoma. I mean, I used to live in a suburb of Dallas. I used to live in Irving when I was a kindergartner. So I've always paid attention to Texas, and I've gone through Texas several times and to Dallas several times since I lived there, even. I've probably been to Dallas, 5 or 6 times. You stopped looking? Hmm. Yeah, but I'm glad to hear it. Like, I was always so thrilled when I first did that Texas video that, some Texas people were like, nope, always been there. But a lot of them, I would say more than not, said that you know, that it wasn't in the right spot. Let's see. You think the UK is shrinking, Evie? Hmm. Wait, Lucky, who was near a gym? I didn't see that. Or was that the guy that was on your porch? Or was that Claire? Oh, I didn't see that. A young lad in my town got hit by lightning from the ground up. Oh. Hmm. When did that happen, though, Evie? Now, for you guys, did it ever go side to side? I mean, before, like, when you were a kid, how do you remember lightning being? You see our new home and locals in the way. What do you mean by that, Robert? Yeah, it was never ground up or side to side or cloud to cloud or anything like that. In my old reality, it was always just sky to the ground that I knew of anyway. Oh, it happened just the other day. Huh. Oh, I agree with you, Robert. I mean, you can tell, you can tell that, and they just think that we're the weirdest things ever. And what is cool though about the lightning is it does look pretty. Like, it goes into those tree patterns or whatever and the different colors, you know. So it is kind of cool, that part of it. And a lot of things are cool about this world as far as like some of the rainbow stuff's really neat looking, but still it just, I don't know. I mean, when you go outside and look at a clear, like I'll go, I mean, I live in the middle of nowhere. I'll go outside. It'll be, now not so much lately, but a couple months ago, go outside, clear blue, hardly anything there, and it should seem bright. It doesn't. It's like there's like a dark overcast to it, and it's so weird. I mean, it's just like, there's not a cloud in the sky, the sun's shining, it's blue, but it just seems dark. Very weird. The mileage from your town to London has reduced by 20 miles. Wow. Yeah, I know it. The dome. So, do you believe in flat Earth, Robert? I still don't know if I believe in anything as far as, I don't know if I think it's a dome or a globe, either one. I just think of it kind of as a realm or a reality, whatever. Now, I know that it takes less time for me to get to Denver than it used to be, than it used to. So, I don't know. I don't know by how many miles, but it just takes less time. Also, your mileage to Glasgow. Hmm. Yeah, everything I've never heard, everything has shortened. I've never heard one person say that it got longer, you know. That would be interesting. But, some places are getting, it seems, stretched out, you know, and some things shrinking. Now, what was interesting too about Lone Eagle's broadcast was that, or I mean, it wasn't Lone Eagle's, it was Brian McFarland's, but Lone Eagle was on there, and what he was saying is somebody asked him if he thought that we were going towards a Pangea, and he said he originally thought that, but he doesn't anymore. You reduced going to Glasgow by 3 hours. Used to be 7 and now 4. That's crazy. Well, Robert, I wouldn't be surprised if you're right. It's a play planet for the local Freemasons. Oh, that disturbs me, but you're probably right. I know Transcend Russia covers a third of the circumference of the Earth. It's huge. And when it was the Soviet Union, maybe it was, but that big. But when they broke off into the other countries, it wasn't that big, you know? Um, they told you that it is, Robert? How did we get here, though? Did they tell you that? I, what? Give me some more insights. And Robert, that freaked me out. Was it yesterday, or maybe the day before? I mean, you really don't have any pupils anymore, or can you make them come out, or what? What about ACH accounts? We somehow came in through ACH accounts. Oh, they're living off their ACH accounts. Hi, Kathy. UK to France used to be 30 miles, now 20 miles. Yeah, well, everything's shrinking. But anyway, what I was getting about with Lone Eagle was when someone asked him about Pangea, he said that he used to think that, but he doesn't anymore because he showed several instances where things, he showed where like there's these huge rivers like in Brazil now, and parts of Africa are going to break away too because there's like all these. I mean, he had some very good points about that. How yeah, they join up and go somewhere else. He said, but from his perspective, they that they're going to break away at some point. Okay, because what about your ACH account? See, I don't have a bank account. I just use Walmart Bluebird. It's, hey guys, sorry about that. My internet went out for a little bit. Oh, you think so, Robert? Hi, Lindsay. Didn't get to see your live stream, but I'm gonna go back and listen to it. I'm glad you were on. That's cool. Can you guys hear me now? Oh, which big secret about the Freemasons or about your pupils or? Okay, good. Oh, let's see who all came in. Oh, hi, Jedrix. So, but I mean, I thought an ACH account, what is that exactly, Robert? I mean, I thought it was just a bank account, like where you can transfer money electronically. Are you talking about like something like Bitcoin or something like that? Money for the rich? Hmm. That's interesting. Now, I heard somebody talk last night. One person, one YouTuber I really like, but a lot of he's pretty out there as far as stuff is Og Tellas. I don't know. Oh, the Social Security number? Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, Evie, can you hear me? Yeah, it went out for a little bit. My internet has been doing that pretty bad lately. Corresponding Federal Reserve account. Hi, meditation man. How are you? Hi, Raleigh. Yeah, I don't know. It's always like whenever the Federal Reserve has our money, yeah. That's a nice meditation, man. I'll go to your channel and sub to it if you're gonna post videos soon. That's good. Evie, you're gonna try to make videos too? Oh, good. I think it's nice, you know. I mean, like me, I don't really want to be. Sometimes I. Okay. All right. Same feet. What are you talking about, Raleigh? Hmm. Oh, the channel? I'll have to check that out. Let's see. Only local Freemasons know. Hmm. That's very, very interesting. Now, someone was telling me something about our birth certificates and stuff, and if it's in all caps, you're kind of property, but if you don't have all caps, you're not. And I don't know if there's any truth to that, but I mean, I don't have all caps. What are you talking about, Robert? I followed you to many channels. What do you mean? Let's see. Oh, Raleigh. Okay. Let's see. Kathy says, our money or the money gained by wagering our lives. Yeah. Well, they say that, that birth certificate and all that, it has some money behind it. So, yeah, I don't know. That's intriguing about the birth certificate, though, because mine is not in all caps, but I know at least I know my husband's is on all caps, and I know one of my sons, but I think the other one might not be. Yeah, someone said that, this lady refused to, I think she even had her kids at home or something, and then she refused to get them birth certificates. I don't know how she worked that out, but I'll have to check that out, Raleigh. Yeah, I don't know. Hmm. I don't know if I even know any Freemasons. I used to, uh, but my local Freemason chapter closed. There isn't, I mean, if they're still around here, um, yeah, that's what I was wondering, Kathy, too. Y- Kathy said, so if we have a birth certificate number, why do we need a social security number? I don't know, unless it's some way of different groups getting rich from us. Huh. Well, of course, Robert. Of course I do. I started seeing effects in when I was 13. That's why I don't know if you've heard me talk about this before, Robert, but that's by Raleigh. But that's why I wouldn't have normally thought this would be my leading cause of the Mandela effect or whatever. But when I was 13, and this would have been, 81, I tried to commit suicide. So, and I don't know if you follow Suso's channel at all, but he started seeing them around that time as well. So, but I don't know if it has to do with that or not. Let's see. You just didn't care to pay attention to the doctors. And I got some great video ideas also. That's cool. I'll look forward to seeing it. Yeah, I think he's got Raleigh, Arlie, Rawl, and he's an interesting character though. Kathy, are you talking about mounds like the candy bar or like earth mounds? Yeah. Transcend. We're all exactly where we're supposed to be on this plane. It's a learning experience. Arrogance thinking we're better than we are doesn't play well here. Yeah. Earthen mounds. Now, I've been by uh, the Ohio ones, the serpent mounds, and I did get a really eerie, weird feeling when I drove near there, but it could have been self-induced. I don't know, you know. But when I drove near those, um, I got a weird, eerie feeling. The serpent mounds in Ohio, I can't remember the town they're at, but because we used to go by those when we drive from Cincinnati area to Charleston, West Virginia area. Hi, Candide. Good to see ya. Yeah, I don't know. I probably won't go on too much longer. It's 5:55 where I am, you guys. Well, I definitely think giants existed. I mean, even, I read Enoch years and years ago. And when I read it for, my channel, I wanted to reread it. So I figured why not do it for the channel too? And I need to finish up. There's 3 more sections. But, in that book, it says the, the giants were 30 ells high, and that's 450 feet. 450 feet high. So, like, 45-story building or something. What's another local lie, Robert? Which ones do you live nearby, Kathy? I'm curious. Evie, there's a giant graves in a village near you. Do you know, like, how long they are or how? I mean, are they just like, 15 feet or are they really, really huge? Hi, Landon. Probably won't be on much longer, but it's really good to see you. I enjoyed your live stream. You need to do more yesterday. Quite an important family. Were they like royals or something, Evie, or how? I agree it's all fake here, and sometimes I kind of just give up on learning about anything anymore. Kathy, I'm only 1.5 hours from Charleston. And you're told there are burial mounds all along my mountains real close. Well, yeah, and you're probably not all that far from the ones in Ohio then, because if you're 1.5 hours from Charleston, probably maybe only another hour and a half to the Serpent Mounds. You were a Freemason, Robert? I didn't know that. Well, I agree with you there, and everyone here lies. So, let's see, the knight was put into the Tower of London because he was a traitor to the crown. So, but he was a giant, though. How tall was he? Do you know? Oh, that's cool, Kathy. You should put out a video. Still not really sure what you mean by the ACH accounts, though. I mean, are you talking about, because I know that ACH transfers used to be like just electronic transfers. Are you talking about like something kind of like Bitcoin, sort of, or Robert? So, Robert, what are we supposed to do then? How can we get out of it? And how did we get here? Do you know that? See, Evie says the giant stuff or dates back to 16. He was 7 feet to 8 feet. Well, we have really no choice, I guess, to get used to it. I don't know. Oh, Twilight Zone episode's coming on. I've been getting into those lately. There's quite a few that have to do with the Mandela effect, that's for sure. You'll fight him until you die, Robert? Yeah. The women were 7 feet tall, Evie. Survival of the fittest. Good luck. Oh gosh, Candide. Why do you say that, Candide? Hmm. What can we do about it, Robert? Other than what you just put? The Giants of Aldworth. Hmm. I'll have to look into that. Navy SEALs, Special Ops, time travel, you're fighting. Some people say time travel doesn't have to do with anything, but I don't know if it's time travel or retrocausality or what. Yeah, that's really the only thing we can rely on, Candy. I mean, that's the only thing I can is just having faith in God. I guess just wait it out until I'm just wondering what we're supposed to be doing in the meantime, other than helping each other, because it doesn't seem to work to try to wake other people up. Whole Matrix is meaningless. And yeah, I don't know if I'm learning very much though. That's interesting about the tree in the graveyard that is hundreds of years old and has been struck by lightning numerous times and still alive. Interesting. Yeah, I think it's kind of cool how, Europe and England have so much of a history than America has. That's why I was really never interested in American history all that much. And then we concentrated so much on it, 200 years of history versus thousands. I mean, come on. Concentrate a little bit more on world history is what we should have been doing. Well, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. I thank y'all for being here this morning. And love y'all, and I hope everybody has a great weekend. And I will talk to you soon.